These series of videos will demonstrate how to automate economic policy through code. A link to the GitHub repository is included in the video description. In the next videos, we'll describe the problem, what this equation means, then demonstrate the solution by observing various features of the app. We'll examine some requests and responses and review some code. In this video, we'll start with a handful of definitions and move quickly, assuming you can come back and reference one if you hear a word used later and then wonder what was intended. Rather than getting complicated and philosophical, we'll stick to simple and technical. The idea is to dispense with ambiguous words like capitalism, socialism, communism, and whatever else people like to wax philosophically about. We want less talk and more code. Ownership. Information measured as a sequence of characters, they're called strings in computer science, attaching the name of a human to something. Property. Measured as mass and energy, with ownership information attached. Price. Property humans are willing to receive when trading ownership of their property to someone else. Using numbers for prices is convenient. They liberate people from remembering all the property they judge equal when wanting things. When recorded, numbers also spare people from having to trade physical things at the same time, or barter. Also, prices are set by owners in a free market. Revenue. Property received when trading. Expense. Property transmitted when trading. Received and transmitted are words from a mathematical theory of communication. You can look it up. A mathematical theory of communication. Also, an efficient market is one where trading maximizes revenue while minimizing expense. It's the best deal when considering both sides. Capital. A type of property. Risked for profit as expense is less than revenue. Odd to read expense first, but it preserves the event sequence while reading from left to right. Chases out thoughts of free energy. This expression also singles out profit as conditional on the free will of another human. In a free market, market risk can never be zero because it cannot force buyers or sellers. Now, ignoring break-even points in other cases, if market risk is zero, profit is guaranteed. If market risk is 1, your property is gone. In plain English, to increase your property through profit, you must consume market risk. Spoiler alert. Market risk is the liability of transforming expenses into revenue, and includes a sequence of characters which cannot point to other human beings without their explicit individual agreement. That means there's a data model physically outlawing the acceptance of market risk by democratic representatives on behalf of the private sector. You want to govern yourself into bankruptcy? Go ahead. Everyone else who knows how to navigate that risk will just keep floating along. Concealing a failure in judgment by voters, by stealing through democracy the purchasing power earned by producers, will not be an option. Because confusing votes with money will be scientifically impossible. Free speech is not equal to hard work. That's it for definitions. In the next video, we'll present the problem. You may subscribe, share, and contribute from the buttons and links in the description.